If you want to get your visa approved, you need to do these 5 things. What up, people? Welcome back to another video. My name is Ola for people that are just meeting me for the first time, and on this channel I provide tips on how you can study abroad, ranging from the application process through funding details, through visa interviews. Sometimes I also vlog about interesting things happening in my life. So please subscribe to the channel, catch up with me, join the family, let us vibe together. And to all my old and existing subscribers, we already know how we roll here, we already know what we do, so let's be consistent with that. Anyways, in today's video I would be talking about the 5 things visa interview. We all know visa interview is all around the corner, and particularly if you want to get your visa approved, you need to do these 5 things. If you want to get your visa approved, you need to do these 5 things. So before we jump right into the video, please do not forget to give my video a thumbs up. It gives me feedback that you actually enjoyed the video. Please share my video to people, and if you've not subscribed to the channel at this point, please subscribe to the channel. Press the subscribe button. A notification on how to do that will be shown on the screen, and also press the notification bell so that you will be the first person to be notified every time I have a new video coming up. Anyways, without further ado, we will jump right into the video. So the number 1 tip if you want to get your visa approved is your command of English. Your command of English. Of course, it is no longer news that you need English language because you are a student. You want to apply for a student visa, and the country you are coming to, they speak English in the country you are coming to. So you need to have a good command of English to get your visa approved. So make sure you are practicing on your English, particularly if English is not the first language in your country. Make sure you are practicing your English and you can express yourself properly in English. Remember that visa officers are not mind readers. They don't know whatever it is that is in your mind, so you need to be able to express it to them. And for you to be able to express yourself properly, you need good command of English. Now note a little bit of disclaimer. I said good command of English. I do not mean that you should fake accents that is not there. Just talk the normal way you talk. If it is whatever accents that you talk normally in, just be authentic, talk normally. You don't need to fake accents, you don't need to talk like Americans. Just talk normally, but be able to express yourself in English, in basic English. So the number 2 thing is that you should have all your documents in hand. Have all your documents in hand. I say this in every of my video. Make sure you have all your documents. But when I was going for my visa interview, I had all my documents, even the documents that were not necessary. So make sure you have all your documents in hand. Rather, I don't know why I keep saying in hand, because it is better to be safe than sorry. It is better to take all your documents with you than for the VO to ask you for a document and you don't have the document. Some of the necessary documents are, of course, that you should go with your I-20, that you should go with your passport, that you should go with your admission letter. If you have a funding letter or a proof of funding, you should go with that. And if you don't have that, you should go with your bank statement. And even if you have a proof of funding and you have deficits on your I-20, that you should go with your bank statement, you should go with your visa receipt, you should go with your service receipt, and any other documents that you think is important, any other document that you think the VO might ask. As for me, I went with my NYSC certificate, I went with my college certificate. So just go with all your important documents. Like I said earlier, it is better to be safe than sorry. So the number 3 tip is that you need to prove strong home ties. You need to prove strong home ties. Remember that you are applying for the F1 visa, and the F1 visa is a non-immigrant visa, meaning that you are supposed to come to the US to study and go back to your country. So you need to prove strong home ties. You need to prove that you'll be going back to your country. If you've not already seen the video I did with a friend of mine on how to answer frequently asked questions for US F1 visa interview. I'm going to link the video somewhere on the screen, so you can, you can watch that video to know how to, prove home ties, but you need to prove strong home ties. It assures the viewer that, okay, this person is not just going to the US to abscond, this person is actually going to the US to study, and the person will come back to Nigeria, or the person will come back to their country, because of course I know it's not only Nigerians that watch this channel, so that the person will come back to their country. So make sure you are proving strong home ties. Then the number 4th tip is that know your program very well. Know your program very well. Have an in-depth analysis of your program. Even if it is an agent that helped you with the admission process, make sure you know the program. Go to the website, browse through the website, try to ask questions from them. Know your program, know the number of credit hours you'll be taking, know what is what, know the courses you'll be taking, because sometimes, some of the videos, they are very conversant with some of the courses. I've read a visa transcript that I think the person said he was going for engineering or something, and the video was like, tell me about this. Tell me about this. What is biomedical engineering? Just like an example. What is biomedical engineering? Imagine the person doesn't even have the right answer. So you need to know your program very well. You need to know your program very well. You need to... I'm so sorry. I'm literally still dealing with cold. I'm so sorry. You need to know your program very well. You need to know, if you have a research, you need to know the in and out of your research. Don't just say, oh, they've given me research assistantship or whatever it is that you got, and then you're like, oh, that is all it is to it. Make sure you know the in and out of your research, because the VO might be very conversant in that topic and might tell you to say more. In fact, the video might not be conversant. The video might just be like, okay, tell me more about your research. Make sure you know more about the school. Make sure you know the location of the school. Make sure you know something that they do in the school. And the number 5th tip is that make sure you are positive and you are calm. Of course, we all know a positive attitude changes the world. Make sure you are positive, and the way I try to achieve a positive mindset or a positive spirit is that I just tell myself that the highest thing they would say is a no. Like, that's the highest thing they would say. They will never beat me, they will never kill me. Although of course I do not want a no, but I just say that to give myself confidence that, okay, the person I'm talking to is actually human, and the last thing the person would say is a no, but of course I am working towards getting a yes. So that will kind of build your confidence, telling yourself that they are humans. It's just like a normal everyday conversation. And then also be calm. You don't want to be doing gra-gra. You don't want to show that you are on calm. You don't want to show that there's an uneasiness in your spirit. Of course, I'm going to say that when you get to the embassy, sometimes you will be scared. It's not even sometimes, most of the time, 99% of the time, you'll be scared, because you are literally hearing people talking, and some people are getting rejected, some people are getting accepted. You would want it to get to your turn quickly so that you can just know your fate, because they are deciding your fate right in your presence, so that you can just know your fate. But at the end of the day, I will tell you to be calm. Whatever it is that you say to yourself that helps you achieve that state of peace, that helps you achieve that state of calmness, I'm going to say, once you are at that embassy, just start saying it to yourself. During my own visa interview, it was a scripture that kept coming to my mind, and I kept saying that scripture in my mind. Even as I was on the queue, as they were rejecting people, I kept saying that scripture in my mind, and I'm like, God, this is what you said in your word. And eventually I got the visa, because of course that is why I'm here. So make sure you are calm, make sure you are confident, make sure you have a positive attitude. Having a negative attitude will not get you anywhere. So it is just better to be positive and see what happens. Apply all of these tips, and trust me, with God on your side, you would get your visa granted. You will get your visa granted. Anyways, that's the end of today's video. If you like this video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share it to people that you know it will be helpful to. And if you've not subscribed to the channel at this point, I have just one question for you. Please and please, why have you not subscribed to the channel? When content they are rich content, they are very interesting content. Is it that you don't like my face, or is it that you don't like my content, or is it that you don't want to join my family, or is it that you don't want to vibe with me? There's so many things. So please subscribe to the channel. If not, just a feeling that maybe you people don't like me. Of course, I know you do. So subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.